What is up, guys? Razor here. Welcome back to Star Ocean Second Evolution for the PSP. Let's enter North City. That was what you saw there was my familiar. If you go to specialty and you use familiar, it requires one pet food and it'll call a bird. You have to use it over and over again until it shows up. And you can buy stuff from the bird. And then after you buy something, it'll come back. It'll fly away. Then it'll come back and it'll deliver what you bought. Let's enter North City though. I think I'll do a bit of studying while I'm here. And I think I'll pickpocket from you guys while I'm here as well. So I'm going to pickpocket from all 6 of you. Or 5, should I say. Fail. This town's got books on treating a hell number of diseases. I better read up on them so I can use those methods back in Expel. Mandrake. Did you say that I was young? You shouldn't judge people by the way they look. Okay, I keep failing from that person. Sod blade? A sword that decimates enemies with the numerous small blades carved into its main blade. Whoa! Does that weapon have a drawback? What the heck? That's insane. Okay, so this is what's called the Sawed Blade in Star Ocean Second Story. It's called the Sad Blade or I don't know how to pronounce that really, but Sad Blade, I don't know. But it's really powerful, so let's equip it. Come back over here, I want to steal from you too, buddy. If you want to buy something, you'll have to talk to the owner. I'm not here to buy anything, I'm here to steal from you, dude. Okay, anyway, you got some new items. Actually, let me load up my save just to make sure Okay, Eagle's Claw, Cestus the Poison, Hecaton's Punch, a Light Whip, Tiara of the Ark, Mithril Coat, Steel Armor. We already have Crested Shield. Okay, we have everything else except for the safety shoes. Okay. So I bought one of everything there. It's gonna be a bit of a pain to steal from the other guy though, because he keeps going back and forth. You can't steal from him until he's right here. Darn it, dude, come on. Speed it up. Safety shoes. Wow, I just bought some of those. Jack in the Box. What's the rattling inside? A magical box which contains with contents that jump out when open, cannot be used in towns. Synards. You can get one if you go to the house. This town might look rustic, but all of our facilities are run by machines. If there's a beginning, there has to be an end, right? Let me equip another Thief's Glove. Come on, game. Quit being annoying. Lunar Charm. Is that new? No, I've already got that before. The 10 wise men took over Rhino the minute they arrived in Need. Now I'll never be able to see the faces of my grandchildren. I found the city in the northeastern part of Need. Hey, it's Raina. It's such a peaceful little town. Oh. Wow, and then I failed because... There we go. I accidentally restarted after I stole. Darn it, come on game. There we go, Mythal Dress. We've really come a long way, haven't we? Yep. We sure have. Oh, there's Bowman right here. I didn't even... Oh, we already stole from him. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's enter this place over here then. Carrot ice cream. What the heck? Ice cream made from the juice of carrots. That sounds disgusting. Does that even exist? My teeth aren't as strong as they used to be, so eating has become difficult for me lately. Stock certificate. A portion of the net worth of a company. Dividends are paid out to the owner as long as the company doesn't go bust. Okay, let's go this way now.
There's just no fooling these guys.
Oh, there's her again.
Ow.
She hit the wall.
Oh.
You klutz.
She isn't stalking us, is she? No, she couldn't be.
Adam shot the blue flask. It's hard to decide. Violin. A small stringed instrument, it is sometimes referred to as the Queen of Instruments due to its delicate yet gorgeous sound. Symbolo. Piano, pipe organ. A lot of musical stuff here. Whoa. Diamond. Looks like there's anybody upstairs here. Looks like a room up here though. Okay, what is this place? Holy crap, it's massive. It's like a tower. Library. Needpedia. Everything in this library being digitized to make things more efficient. Very high tech, don't you think? The Age of Peace. About 3.7 billion years ago, Nedians had established the most advanced civilization in the galaxy. Thanks to unparalleled advances in the field of simple science, using this technology, Nedians managed to bring most every other planet in the galaxy under their rule. By sharing their knowledge with the planets and helping them to advance, the Nedians managed to maintain a long period of peace. The ambitions of the 10 Wise Men. However, a group of men drawn to the vast powers offered by symbology decided one day to use these powers to conquer the universe. They called themselves the 10 Wise Men. But their intentions were naturally met by fierce resistance from the Nedians. Unfortunately, they were not a group that could be reasoned with, forcing the Nedians into a deadly battle against the 10 Wise Men who in the end were arrested for their crimes. The fate of the 10 Wise Men. The fate of the 10 Wise Men. Having apprehended the 10 Wise Men at their much difficulty, the Nedians decided to punish them with eternal imprisonment. A system where the death penalty had been abolished. This was considered the most severe punishment that could be imposed. For their crimes, the 10 Wise Men were imprisoned in eternity space, a self-contained field where time ceases to exist. The abandonment of power. The incident with the 10 Wise Men shocked the Nedians to the core, for it had signaled just how powerful they had become. The Nedians wanted to conquer the galaxy. It would have not a difficult task. Following this realization, the Nedians made the difficult decision to seal away their powers for the sake of maintaining peace. Birth of energy need. Using technology developed by the renowned Dr. Lantis, the Nedians destroyed the planet Need and relocated to a small planet. They then constructed a powerful Class 9 energy field around the planet to cut themselves off completely from the outside universe. A small planet that our ancestors moved to all those years ago, in fact, energy need. Due to this incident, symbology research and weapon production that's unrelated to the basic needs Nedians are still illegal today. Symbology research is only conducted in Prince Bridge University, while only a handful of artisans in Armlock are How to craft weapons. Symbols. The origin of symbology. It is said that symbology was discovered a long time ago by a group of acolytes covered with tattoos of various patterns during the prayers to the Tria, god of creation, because the powers they exerted differed depending on the type of symbols tattooed into their bodies. This mystical power came to be known as symbology. The power of the symbols. By tattooing a symbol with a specific pattern into one's body, mental powers can be converted into a highly concentrated form of symbological force. This practice led to extensive research into symbol patterns, thus paving the way for the discovery of a wide variety of symbological spells. Further research into symbology. Further research into symbology made it possible to use even powerful spells without the aid of symbols. For this reason, very few people today practice symbology on an individual basis. Currently, symbology is only used in large devices such as transporters and power generators. Energy stones. Quadratic spears. Quadratic spear is a crystallized form of symbological force. The energy contained within is proportional to its size, which means that the larger the quadratic spear, the more force it contains. Quadratic keys. A quadratic key is a precious metal that has the ability to activate the power contained in a quadratic spear. Every quadratic key contains a small amount of symbological force. By combining with a quadratic spear, produces a far greater volume of energy than either is capable on its own. Such energy is powerful enough to alter even planetary orbits. Wow. Resonance. Placing a quadratic key in close proximity of a quadratic spear will sometimes cause the quadratic key to glow with an eternal light. This is the result of the quadratic key expanding upon its absorption of the waves emitted by the quadratic spears. Therefore, it is a quadratic key. Therefore, if a quadratic key begins to glow, it is an indication that a quadratic spear is somewhere in the vicinity. The symbol of annihilation. Symbol of annihilation allows a symbologist to increase the mass of a single spatial point to an extreme level. If boosted with a quadratic spear, the spell could theoretically increase the mass of spatial matter to an unlimited degree. Such an enormous quantity of matter would halt the expansion of the universe and eventually trigger a big crunch. For this reason, the use of the symbol is forbidden, and almost all records of the existence have been permanently erased. The Big Crunch. The universe we live in has been continually expanding since the Big Bang. However, if the speed of the expansion were to lose out to the gravitational attraction of all matter, the universe would gradually begin to shrink, eventually collapsing upon itself. This scenario is known as the Big Crunch. Canceling the symbol of annihilation. There is no known way to halt the effect triggered by the symbol of annihilation. The most that one can do is alter the symbol itself so its powers are blunted. Let us pray that there will never be a day when the unholy symbol will ever be used. The Symbological Weapons Laboratory. Symbological Weapon Laboratory, built on an uninhabited planet in Sector Beta, is completely cut off from the outside world by a space-time displacement shield. The only way to enter the lab is through a transporter set up in an arm lock. Research overview. Symbological Weapons Laboratory primarily focuses on 3 subjects: stabilizing antimatter with lead metal, the possibility of temporal shifting using space-time displacement shields, and creation energy generators. A symbological weapon laboratory closes. The laboratory was destroyed when scientists lost control of a creation energy generator 700 million years ago. The lab has not been used since, and the transporter and arm lock that leads to the lab remains sealed off today. SWL research reports. Stabilization of antimatter with lead metal. Bartians are a rare species of silicon-based organisms that purify and recrystallize a metal known as lead metal within their bodies. This metal has a highly unusual ability to absorb and release antiprotons when exposed to waves of a certain frequency. Bartians use the metal to produce antimatter that they use for various bodily functions. The discovery of lead metal has made it possible to control antiprotons in 3-dimensional space. Space-time displacement shields. A space-time displacement shield is an artificially generated gravitational field so powerful that it can tear a hole in the space-time fragment, redirecting all forms of energy to other dimensions. It was first successfully used by Lady Rima about 700 million years ago. Theoretically, such a shield could be used to control the flow of time in a specific area. However, the application is yet to be tested, and this would involve controlling a quantity of matter larger than a black hole. That's kind of insane. Something to be more powerful than a black hole. Creation energy generators. These machines, which can extract energy from imaginary space-time by artificially creating a Big Bang, once offer the possibility of a new energy source more powerful than the quadratic sphere. However, due to the severe difficulty of fixing the warps in the space-time fragment caused by opening a hole in imaginary space-time, and the risk of destroying the space-time fabric, such a machine was never put to its intended use. I think we're on classified information, yeah. Sorry, but this seems to be some form of encryption protecting these items. It must have been put in place before I started working at the library. Without the necessary password, I can't open these documents for you. Unfortunately, none of us here are capable of removing the encryption. Thank you for your visit. There have been a lot of requests for books on the 10 Wise Men since their return to need. Walls of the Soul. What? Oh, there it is. Okay, I already have that. Everything recorded about the 10 Wise Men reads like some fantastic fairy tale. Don't you think? That's strange. This place is so backwater. Friends of the Woods. already have that. Oh, come on. This person's being a hassle trying to steal from. Prism ring. I think I already have that, don't I? Yep. Okay, that's it for that place. Hey, there's Opera. Oh,
No matter how far I look, all I see is the artificial sky before me.
Makes you
private
kinda
action with
lonely when you
Opera.
think about it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's totally black at night. It's unsettling, not even having a single star in the sky.
you never miss anything until it's gone. That's true.
Sometimes you only realize how important something is after you lose it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and no matter how much you regret it afterwards, there's no getting it back again. It's enough to make me think that I should have stopped to look at the world around me a little more throughout my life.
Yeah, I agree. I took a lot of things for granted in life.
It's all right.
So,
If you lose something, then getting it back
That's
solves
true.
the problem, doesn't it?
You're a strong man, Claude.
Huh?
I never thought of it like that at all before. I was too scared of losing it a second time.
I'm sure you'll have a chance to look at the stars again. And when that night comes, it won't be me sitting next to you. You'll have Ernest.
Thanks,
not
Claude.
in this playthrough.
But you never know. It might just...
What?
You know, you might really be that legendary hero after all. I wish I had same kind of strength you have. Okay, here's where we're supposed to be. Some Synards live in the wild where... Look at that TV screen distracted me. Where they're protected by conservation laws not like the ones we breed here in captivity. Potion of Epiphany. We already have every skill, so we don't need to talk to them people. Depth of Originality. A skill guidebook, readers can learn the imitation skill. Dish of the day. I've already got that before though. Potion of Nightmares. Guess that's a Synard right there. Hazardous Heal. You can input your personal data upstairs once you have registered at the front desk. Only staff are allowed to enter here. Well, too bad. I entered here anyway. Mist of Madness. I guess that's it. I don't know. You said upstairs, but how the heck do you get upstairs? I don't see a place to go upstairs. You know, let's register down here. Oh, we have to end the private action, my bad. Let me speed it up here. Alright, there we go.
Excuse me, Mayor Null told us we could obtain a sign art here?
Oh, are you Mr. Claude C. Kenny? He's already contacted us about you. You can head over to the director's office if you like.
Up ahead and to the left. Okay. Wait, I need to talk to that dude downstairs over here first. Our job here is to breed Synards so they don't go extinct. What the heck are you supposed to do here? Trying to figure this out. I don't know where to go. Let me talk to her again. There's something obvious I'm missing, or... Oh, right here, okay. I figured it out.
Ah, good to meet you. The
Artis.
mayor told me all about you. My name is Artis. I'm the director of this facility.
Got blue hair. He's Fate Line God's
Handling the Synard creation
dad.
process for you.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
Creation?
A Synard is a living creature, yes. But we have to program it with data about its new master before it'll follow directions and orders.
Wow, that sounds kind of cruel, actually.
Well, the Synards we raise are genetically modified from the moment they are conceived, so really it's just another part of the process.
Let's not waste any time.
I think I accidentally hit X. He'll lead you through the data in your process. Let him know when you have any
Thank you.
questions.
This way, please. We'll begin the data recording in just a moment. I'll call you into the data entry room when we're ready.
All right.
Hey, you sure this is gonna work? We've never worked with non-Nedians before.
Who knows? We don't have a choice. Orders from above.
Man, I wish I could get a promotion.
Man, these guys are actually tame? They look pretty darn creepy to me, that's all I'll say.
Claude, do you think there's any way we can tell people on Expel that we're on energy need?
Huh?
That's a good idea, actually. We pretty much vanished off of Expel, didn't we?
That's probably we got a lot of people.
Look, about Expel.
What about it, dude?
Never mind.
Well, we're all set. Right this way, please. Alright, we'll begin with Claude's personal data. Please proceed inside. It's completely painless, I promise. Now stay perfectly still until I say it's okay to move. We'll be done in just a moment. Alright, you're free to go.
Oh, already?
Next up would be Reina. This way, please.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Now just relax. All done. I'm glad there's at least one data subject I don't have to worry much about.
What?
Anyway, next up.
Uh-oh. What is going on here?
That?
We've lost control of the Synard we're working on.
What?
It's going to destroy this place if we don't do something.
Claude!
Let's go! Whoa, there it is! I guess we've got no choice.
And it's boss time. It's a Synard.
This is gonna be rough.
Synard. Got 40,000 hit points. There we go, got it. Wow. See you in heaven. We got, we took down 40,000 hit points like it was nothing. For defeating it, we get a mind ring.
Whoa!
And keep in mind, I've done no grinding at all in this playthrough. Ooh, learn Dragon Roar. I remember that from Star Ocean 1.
I'm your woman.
Fairy healing, that's really good too.
Well, I never thought this would happen.
No offense, sir, but what did you expect? We were inputting data from an alien species into the Synard. Of course this was gonna happen.
Now wait just a minute.
We lost one of our valuable Synards thanks to you. So now what?
Listen, we weren't...
An apology's not going to make up for this. Director, I'm going to need a boost in my research funding to make up for this.
Saved you guys from that thing, and
What a terrible thing to happen.
I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's not your fault. It was the Synard who wouldn't accept your data.
But it didn't have to die for it.
Well, it's obvious by this point that inputting your data into a Synard isn't going to work.
So what will we do now then?
Well, there is one thing we could try.
What's that?
We better not discuss it here. Let's go back to my office.
Nuts. If only I were a little earlier. I could have had my front page exclusive. Enraged Synard Levels Breeding Facility.
she's back again.
Ow!
Dummy.
Thank you. I don't really want too many people to hear this. Not that it matters much to them.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, sir.
Don't worry about it. Just go over into that transporter over there for me, all right? It's unlocked. You.
Yes, sir?
What was that about?
You'll have the rest explained to you on the other side. Hopefully, the mayor won't have any complaints.
Are we getting involved in something under the table here?
Hey, you're here to save the universe, aren't you? We all have to make some sacrifices along the way.
What do you mean?
Look, do you want a Synard or not? Just get going.
All right.
Gotta steal from this guy first. If you want to obtain a Synard, get into the transporter now. Sacrifice pill. A pill that converts all of the user's HP into a bolt of energy that attacks enemies.
Could I ask you one question, though?
What?
Whose data was it that caused the Synard to go berserk?
I don't see the point of answering that question.
Fair enough.
Transporter room.
Now where are we?
Who is this?
What are you doing in my home?
Oh, I know that. Is this Noelle?
Well, I would introduce myself, but that would be a strange way to start things off, given the circumstances.
I'm really sorry. We were transported here from Artis's office.
Artis?
Yes, Null sent us there to get a Synard. It didn't work out too well, though.
I see. So you're the outsiders that were transported to Energy Need.
You knew?
Yes. Only a certain few know, mind you. It's the same level of classification as the Return of the 10 Wise Men.
I apologize for coming here so suddenly, but we simply have to have a Synard.
Is that why you came here?
Yup. The Synard we had in North City went berserk on us during the data entry phase.
Ah, that figures. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
So, you know what you're supposed to do for us?
What? Didn't Artis even tell you where he was sending all of you?
Well, where are we?
You're in the Endangered Species Protection Zone. I'm Noel Chandler, Director and Resident Zoologist. So you're here for a wild Synard, then?
Wild?
Synards were originally wild animals. The Synards in North City have been genetically re-engineered for the Needians' purposes.
There are wild ones too?
Near extinction, but yes. In fact, the last one's in the critically endangered protection zone. You'll be meeting that Synard in just a moment. I imagine you'll be fighting soon afterward.
Why?
It's perfectly natural Synard behavior. Once a Synard realizes its opponent is stronger in might and will than itself, it will defend its new master with its life if needed.
So we just have to fight the wild Synard and beat it.
You make it sound so easy. It's not just a matter of physical strength. If your heart isn't in it, then it's simply not going to happen. Do you think you have what it takes?
Noelle?
How about we pay the Synard a visit then?
But this is the last wild Synard in existence!
If it dies, it dies. It's the fate of the species. It's as simple as that. Survival is a battle, and only the strong survive. Isn't that how it works? Now let's get going. We'll be traveling due south of here.
And Noelle's a character as well, as you can tell. He uses fists just like just like Reyna. So it's out 290 points, which obviously you want to put on the determination first. And he's a mage, so you want to pump up magic, of course, but I'll just put points into the ones right now. So whatever costs one, just put a point into. Anything that boosts stats, anyway. And then I would also get up effort as well. Well, I guess you don't need to put points into strength. Yeah, recast and haste and speech are really good for... Oh, 50,000 full. We already have life in nature. Alright guys, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. And later, that was a long episode.